everyone. What are we now? Round 4. Back in the Gr2 for the second time, so everyone should be starting to get a good grip of how the car behaves. Thanks Gitman for the lovely wheel-to-wheel liveries as well. Hope everyone is having a ball so far this season. So, get Mother's Day off and we're back in action. So, not much time to take in the lovely scenery here at Lago Maggirore. But yeah, we'll hop on board this Gr2 and go from there. So coming into turn 1, the light post just to my right now, and then so probably just before the end of the fence here. So in that little gap there, so you're looking, so the end of the fence line, hard on the brakes, down in the first gear, up on this curb, use it. Some people like to crack into second gear here quickly and then back into first. Just depends on your tyre wear and that at the time. So I recommend if you can't get the traction in first, keep that drive and flow going, just use second, keep it safe. Down in the first, you can try and get in here. You can try and get on that yellow. I've missed it just slightly, but as long as you keep your momentum around. So what you want to do here, get around to the apex, up into second. And look at that throttle. So you're sitting at probably half to 3/4 throttle here, because you don't want to. That turbo kick in is going to easily send you to the right and give you that hard time with the oversteer. So just be careful in your throttle here. You might get a little wiggle like I did then, and then straight after, well, basically straight after you're straight, coming around the corner here, and as you start to turn in, just off the throttle. So going back to the 10/4%, getting it in, building up the throttle, hitting that where the orange extra curbing is there on the right, the sausage, as kind of your point where you're starting to bring back on the throttle and keep your momentum up. Remember, Gr2, keeping your momentum going through the corner is key. Making you focus on that exit, so right out on the edge there, cracking it up. Just using all the curbs here, doing as much of a straight line as you can, limit total distance of the track. So 26.9 there, first sector. As you come down to what's one of my favourite corners anywhere in the game, especially in this car, is at the 50 board, hard on the brakes, turning in, start to turn in just at the end of this curbing here on the left. I like to try and achieve firstly going down to second, and then up into third around the apex or just after to help that rotation. But I like to have a slightly later apex. There's different lines here you can take. Again, you're going to get more gain out of a better exit than you are for a quicker entry. Up into third, limiting that traction, just you can get a little bit of wiggle there. So third likes to keep the rear end settled for you. Again, straight lining this as much as possible, getting up, using all the curbing, taking that load off the tyres when you can, and you're looking at the 50 metre board here, so just transitioning, so just before it, transitioning as you can see here with the throttle and brake. So this section is all about balance and flow. So you'll find I just have minute bits of like trail braking still there to keep the weight on the front end for turning in, and just a little bit of throttle here to keep it going. So just pay particular attention to that. So fit down in the third, just trail braking all the way in. You can use a bit of this grated stuff area on the inside of the curb. What you want to do is bring on the throttle. I hover around 90% here, all the way out, using that extra bit of curbing there just on the left. It's got that a little bit higher too, but it helps you straighten up. And then just as the curbing's ending is when you're starting to already go in for the next corner. So off the throttle, just a little tab of brakes. So 5-10%, keeping that nose heavy so you can get the grip there from the front tyres. Up onto the curbing again. You can fractionally use a little bit more there if you want. And as long as you don't go any wider here than what I am now, and you will see on the non-talking lap where you can see that overview here, that the right wheel stay on the right side of the white line there, just to be safe. So I'm right on the edge of track limits here, because if you go any further left, this is a key spot for track limit penalties. So getting the car right out onto the curb using all the track limits, and you right at the end of this curbing here. So transitioning from throttle off to the brake here. Down a gear, you can go down another gear if you want, and then quickly crack it back up to fourth, or you just leave it in fourth. And you want to aim for just inside that the bigger part of the curbing, that inner part there. It'll help you get the car around. So I was slightly early on the throttle there, so just make sure you get your line, practice it. But you can run really wide here and keep that momentum again. That is so key for a Gr2. So right there. So as long as you're not any wider than the orange curb, sausage curb there, you're good. See all the track limits. And coming across the line there. That's a 214.4, so another couple tenths in that maybe. Again, this is equal conditions, early morning I think it is, which should be similar to your qualifying session for the race one on softs. But yeah, hopefully you've that's helped you out. And yeah, remember if you enjoy the content, give it a like and a follow, and any feedback leave in the comments for me as well. So if you want to see anything different. Um, But yeah, alright, another lap now without me talking, and we'll go from there.